I'm Mark Gillissen. If you like my videos, please support my research by subscribing to my channel. It's free. In this video, I will take you into my personal life and explain why sustainability was such an important point. I was a managing director of a multinational in a former life, when one day, about 10 years ago, I realized that what I was doing was hurting my soul. I decided to quit a highly remunerated and respected position and left all financial security behind me. Family, friends and colleagues all thought that I lost my mind. Even I had doubts about this sudden decision, but inside my heart I just knew this was exactly what I had to do. I decided to live a self-sustainable life on a boat, away from the rat race and the business world, which was once part of my ambition to what people call make it in life. A few years later, looking back at it, I realized that I didn't achieve what was expected from me on a spiritual level. So I made a 180-degree turn and changed about everything. The way I looked at the world, my belief system, my food, even my body. After an ocean crossing, I became much more aware of nature and my spiritual tasks suddenly became clear to me. In the middle of the South Atlantic Ocean, far away from the influence of civilization, I received what was to me a form of enlightenment. I was shown a new path to follow. That's when I became a writer and activist for a better world. The reason why I share this with you is simple. I hope some amongst you will understand that the technological world in which we live today is just a trap to block our full spiritual power. We have the ability to change the world in which we live by changing the way we think. Our thoughts are projecting our reality. I wrote about this in my book Awakening Consciousness, but I will not further elaborate on the subject in this video. If we look at what is happening in the world around us, we can clearly observe that humanity has been manipulated and controlled by beings which are not even of this dimension. They have no consciousness and are terraforming Earth to shape an environment that suits them, not humanity. We have two main control elements of which you should be aware: money and religion. Living a sustainable life will make you more independent from the current economic system. You can achieve this by first of all moving out of the cities, which will be fully controlled by their technological weapons. Look at the rollout of 5G. And secondly, by creating your own energy and water. On the boat I used solar panels and a wind generator. I also collect rainwater and filter it so that I could drink it. Once you have land and you don't need a big piece of land, you can grow your own vegetables and fruit, keep chickens, etc. Besides your sustainability from the system, you will also become much closer to nature and rediscover your true spiritual power. I anticipate on those who will say that it's easy for someone that has, in this case, had money to make that change. Well, I can assure you that any big change like this, believe it, takes some courage and determination. I met many people without or with very little money who found a way to achieve what I just explained. If you really want something in life, something which is beneficial to the world in which we live, the universe will give it to you in abundance. The changes has to start from the thought, a very persistent one, something you can visualize, the kind of power thoughts that you create your reality. A self-sufficient existence is one that doesn't rely on any outside resources to provide for the needs of an individual or his family. Self-sufficient living is not just empowering for those who practice this kind of lifestyle, but has far-reaching benefits for future generations, as well as the environment in which we live. I will give you some reasons why you should consider becoming self-sufficient. By being dependent on your own capabilities, you won't have to rely on a job in order to pay the bills, which will only serve the elite constructed monetary system. Self-sufficient practices such as food farming, raising your own animals and generating your own power through wind or solar equipment can help you in securing all your needs. A very satisfying factor is that you gain control over your own life again and escape the consumption prison in which we live today. I quickly realized that less is more. What it actually means is that the less possessions we have, the freer we become. Yes, I agree, it needs some adaptation, but what a blessing we got out of it once we understand the philosophy behind it. We are more in tune with Mother Earth and not destroying our environment any longer. We learn to appreciate the little things in life, such as a beautiful sunrise or sunset. The taste of our own products is so much better than what we can find in supermarkets. Self-sufficiency in heating and cooling our home naturally, composting, reducing our dependence of coal, raising our own food, conserving water and relying on local community resources can reduce our carbon footprint and help preserve the planet for future generations to enjoy. So a very important element, as climate changes pose a serious threat to our planet and causes massive variations in weather cycles. An increasing number of people are choosing to lead self-sufficient lives to help survive impending cataclysmic events. By being self-sufficient and relying on our own capabilities, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones in the event of a natural disaster such as an earthquake, hurricane, and even a pole shift. Being self-sufficient can also help us to survive other types of disruptive events such as terrorist attacks, military coups, war and any other global crisis, which unfortunately will only increase in the near future. So it's clear that we will still have to rely on some products which are impossible to produce on our own, but at least we will have a much greater independency from the current system and can turn our backs to the enslaving monetary system. I really hope you enjoyed this video and take some advice of it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.